Hello there, my darlings. Welcome to True Oracle. This is your fate and fortune. I am Lady Zelda. It is the beginning of June. It is a beautiful day here, and I thought, you know what? Let's do a beginning of June. It is Monday, June 2nd of 2025. Where has the year gone? Let me know in the comments. I'm still stuck, I think, in March. So it's time to just get going. I have a few decks out here today. We're going to get a little bit of a compilation of different energies and where we need to be, where we are, etc., etc. So again, welcome, and do me a favor while you're there watching, please hit that like button and subscribe. We would love to have you to this community. The first thing that I have is a celestial cosmic tarot. I have a Rider-Waite. I have the Bluebird Lenormand. I love this deck. And a Gypsy Oracle. So I'm going to do something unique, I think, first. Well, maybe unique, but unique for us. This reading is for all signs. It is for your sun, moon, and rising. Not everybody's going to resonate with this, and that's okay. Take what resonates with you. You may want to share this with someone that you know and love, because I'm sure it will be helpful to them as well. Here we are. Now, what we're going to do, because this deck is so adorable, it has a little rhyme. Sometimes they come out, sometimes they don't. They're little rhymes, poems, and it gives us a foundation. It sets the mood. Let's see what this card is. Here we go. The heart is a symbol of fulfillment and joy. Romance is in full bloom for you to enjoy. I love this. Serenity rests deep in thy heart. Loving yourself is where it should start. Isn't that lovely? If you would like to take a screenshot of that and use it as your, wallpaper, you certainly may. I just think that's lovely. We're going to put her over there. Look at her. Isn't that sweet? That's just sweet. Okay. Thank you, Bluebird Lenormand. We're going to put her here just to give reference to us. I mean, after all, right? Okay, so now I'm going to pick a card with that in mind. We're going to pick a card with this celestial deck. See where this takes us. Here we are. I always love this part, don't you? I love it. Okay, here we go. This one kind of jumps out. The Chariot. Oh, I like this one. You know what? Let's take another. Let's take another as we go forward here. This one stuck. This one vibrated. Okay. It has to be one that's buried, right? But it vibrated. We're going to take it. The Five of Pentacles. Interesting combo. So we're going to lay those out there. We're going to talk about those in a minute. We'll set these to the side. Never know when we might want to pull them back in. The Chariot is the card that holds Cancerian energy, the zodiac sign. It is a sign of travel. It is a sign of someone loving their home. And funny part about Cancer and their water sign. I love Cancerian people. And I always I always smile because they plan and plan and plan on going on holiday and vacation and going away for a weekend. And they plan and plan, and the moment that they've gone away, it seems like they can't wait to get back home. Now that's kind of with me, and I'm not a Cancerian. So this is being sometimes pulled in separate directions. This card, with this being a charioteer, is also this card of recognizing that you may have to change the path. And with this Five of Pentacles, a recognition that something isn't going very well, and it's maybe time to take stock of what's going on. Maybe your finances. Maybe you need to move away from your job, your employment. Maybe you're thinking of a career change, going to university, whatever that case may be. There's a recognition of a different path that needs to be taken. And I'm going to say pretty quickly, and I believe you're going to be taking that path in the month of June. Whoa, that card came out quickly. Very good too. The Hanged Man comes out first. And I always pre-shuffle the cards, but I just like to give them a little shuffle while you're watching, so you know they're being shuffled on your behalf. So let's see what else spirits, guides, angels have to give us. What is the tarot telling us today? What do you have to tell our friends out there watching? What do they need to know about the Chariot card and the Five of Pentacles? The Magician card. Look at that. Talk about confirmation. 2 Chariot cards in a reading. Okay, so they're driving, no pun intended, they're driving the idea home. Isn't this interesting? It may have to do something with a relationship. Let's move these over. I'd like to clarify this Two of Cups, please. Please clarify the Two of Cups. Two of Cups, clarify the Two of Cups. Definitely some changes need to be made, but I'm going to tell you I'm not seeing caution tape as in beware. I think it's more be aware. Okay, so we're going to qualify this Two of Cups. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon card, another water sign. This is so interesting. We're going to put this here. We're going to do a little rearranging so we can fit everyone that's coming to the party. I love these two cards together, so I'm going to read them together. This is a card of perhaps waiting too long, delaying something that you know needs to be done, hanging out, waiting for something to happen so you don't have to do it yourself, and then you can react. Does that make sense? That happens many times. But it's also a card of being enlightened. You see this little glow that he's got around his head. Look at that. That's an enlightenment. But it's also the card of looking at things through a different perspective. So that really explains this Chariot card. You see, look how the Chariot is there, going in 2 different directions. That is the Charioteer. That's Cancerian sign. A very interesting sign indeed, but a change, perhaps of even environment. A change, a different perspective on things. This Magician card, I like to call it the manifestation card, because you have an infinite amount of ability to use whatever element that you can to make sure that there is change coming that is needed. All elements are right there on your table. It's got one hand up, one hand down. You see he's pointing down. As is above, so is below. A power color of red is here. We've got lots of little red flecks happening. Oh, this is really great and informative. Okay, and so now as we get into this a little deeper, this Chariot card is about triumph, overcoming something. And that's, I believe, why we have seen this twice. But it's going to take some diligence to overcome this. because the delays have been around you for quite some time. And then we have this very sweet Two of Cups. The Two of Cups coming together to work things out, negotiate, forgiveness even. Forgiveness, it could be almost like a surge for your health, your spirit, your mind, your soul. She has on the outfit of the high priestess. He has on the outfit of the fool. Now, you're not a fool, but the reason they're coming together is because two separate sides, it almost feels like two sides of the aisle coming together in this particular reading. She represents with this, bringing all spiritual and even some hidden mysteries to the table. And yet, he brings to the table this ready to start over, fresh start, working from ground zero, working things out, negotiating them. Wreaths. Those are wreaths of victory. All water in the tarot come from the high priestess robes. So water is a life force. So what this is telling me is that this is a lot more spiritual than what we really think. What we could definitely really think. Now let's talk about this Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is always, well, fortune, success, destiny. It is something that you are supposed to be doing. I love how the Torah is spelled out here, first 5 books of the Bible, written by Moses, and yet we have a reference to the high priestess whom she is holding the Torah in her lap in the high priestess card. So there's definitely some spiritual influence in this. Everything is writing down. There's a record. And this fellow right here regulates the wheel, whether it goes up or goes down. And in this particular case, my darling, it's definitely going up. This can be this wonderful spiritual part because we have this moon who is also a water sign, also a sign of Pisces. If that is one of you, you may resonate. Cancerians may resonate with that as well. But the moon is saying, look, don't go into this blindly. Don't go into this without maybe getting your facts right. Don't jump because you've been waiting for a long time and now all of a sudden you feel, oh my gosh, I need to take care of this. It's using your intuition, standing back, getting a different perspective, using what is ahead of you, before you. You have an infinite amount of power in this particular situation. I want to refer to this sweet bluebird Lenormand talking about romance, serenity, loving yourself first. Doesn't surprise me that this card comes out along with this one, because even though it shows that you're negotiating perhaps with a loved one, a mate, a partner, could be even in business, put yourself first. If you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of anyone else? That's really important. Let's see what else is coming up here for you, my darling. Let's see. Interesting. I love these types of readings where it just makes you stop and think, oh, wow, what is the message? Oh, yeah, definitely. And this can be a message of perhaps, maybe, sort of, kind of, you've been giving too much. That's what resonates. And look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You've been giving too much. And that's why there's some delay. Maybe even perhaps in your finances. You know, there is such a thing of overgiving. And then when you need something, Are you hearing crickets, or is somebody else around? Are they not around? But you've got this. And this is how we know that you do. Look at this. A card of winning. And having the support of others, a fire element with lots of growth, lots of opportunity, lots of open doors. All you have to do in this particular case is grab the reins, no pun intended, and lead on. Now remember when I said there's a laurel wreath of victory here? Well, look. So we're getting confirmations once again. Aren't these cards beautiful? And look at this. I know it's something that you feel that you have to do. And you know you have to do it, and you're maybe even delaying it, but you don't like it. Well, there's your new beginning. And again, a divine guidance over this with this dove, water, beauty, this benevolent hand coming out of the heavens to make your cup run over, because this is going to be a very good and emotional time. We're going to put this to the side over here so you can still see it. We want everybody visible as possible. Now we're just going to take a couple of these gypsy. These are really pretty cards. They're like a vintage motif. I think you're going to like these. See what's up. Lover. Look at that. Isn't that funny? This lover card is all about loving yourself first. When you love yourself first and you gain that confidence and independence and that wonderful deep down feeling, you're going to become unstoppable. How do you do that? Well, sometimes it takes a lot of work. Sometimes it takes a lot of healing. But in this particular case, this is something that you've been called to do for quite some time. And now you're being called to rectify it, put it together, get a grip on things. And this will be, I'm going to say, maybe throughout your June. We've done a June reading before. But this is a fresh start. This is jumping into June, jumping into this week. And I think this week of June, the first week of June, is going to be eye-opening for you. And rightfully so. Because you know what? You deserve. It's your destiny. And it's a good one. And you deserve it. Thanks so much for being here, my darlings. If you'd like to have a reading with me, please do me a favor and follow the links in the description. And at the back of this video, I'm going to place it as well. I want to thank you for being here. Please do like and subscribe. We'd love to have you. And tonight, Monday, June 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time is Manifestation Monday. Come on over. I'm live. I'm talking all things about laws of attraction. And this kind of fits in because it's loving yourself first. Love that. Thanks for being here, my friends. You take care, and you know you're going to see me very soon. Bye for now.